Greetings, subscribers, haters, trolls, and tropers. I'm Mario Potter, and welcome back to Let's Play Arcangle. In this stage, we're moving on to Stage 4, or Mission 4, Level 4, whatever you want to call it, Swallowed Space, where a neighboring domain has mysteriously disappeared. We need to find out what's going on, and essentially it's a black hole sort of thing. It used to be a dimension, and crap's gone down here, and we need to go and sort everything out. The Defiants have created a warped void domain, which has eaten the entire dimension. Here we start off with these enemies that fire at you from the background. They come in large waves and fire many powerful shots. Fortunately, they're quite predictable. It's only a problem when they start matching them up later with stronger enemies. These cube enemies fire large arrows at you, which you can't entirely deflect because they have white bullets at the core. And you won't be able to deflect white bullets until near the end of the game. Here's where Smart Shot comes in quite handy, because that way it can destroy targets which weren't the original shooters, which is very helpful for taking out large clusters of enemies like we have here. Now we've got some more stronger or interesting enemies called Jaws, anyway. Here a dispenser drone will latch onto you, leaving dots which Jaws will chase after you. So you need to lead Jaws in the corner and dodge his bullets. It's not too terribly hard, you see, until more of them start showing up along with other enemies as well. You just gotta be careful to take out all their bullets and kill them as quickly as possible, because they will hunt you down. It's time for our first sub-boss of the stage, King Shoopdoop. He fires out these large, concentric rings of red spheres while sucking you into his mouth. And then he fires his laser, which means you have to stay in either the top or the bottom corner. But you can counter a lot of bullets from that. A lot of the difficulty here comes from not being able to precision through those red rings and be able to get to the side in time to dodge his huge laser, because you've got to get underneath him or on top of him. I recommend underneath him because you have a bit more room that way. It's a bit hard to get over in time, but once you know his pattern, it's pretty easy to dodge his shots and get over to the side to avoid his laser. He doesn't do any other attacks, he just repeats these two until he dies. However, stay in that corner or else you'll get hit by his laser when he dies. And that stinks. So you need to get out of the way. So now I've got void holes, so we need to delete the generators surrounding it. Some of these things suck us in as well. A lot of things in this stage suck. I mean, literally, they literally suck you in, like gravity holes and stuff. It makes sense, I guess, but it gets pretty annoying really fast. These very large waves of yellow bullets and black ones are probably the most annoying part about these void generators. As they ever attacks, you can just simply sweep out with a couple swishes of your angle. Now this one spawns into the corner at the same time as several things shooting from the background. So I just bomb here, because I didn't want to feel like losing any lives, because that's pretty tricky. Now just the boxes return again, and it's pretty much the exact same thing it was back in Stage 1 with the moving turrets. You just gotta lead their shots properly. Now these things shoot out massive spirals of bullets, so you need to stay a bit in between them and counter as many of them as you can. Now here Tesla coils will come at predetermined spots on the screen, so you just need to counter them all with a bit of a wider angle, like green. Sure, yellow will mean you kill them quicker, but green lets you cover the entire thing. You just need to watch out for the arrows and stay in the middle and not get blindsided by one of them. Because they can totally do that. It's very nice that they have arrows there. That's a very good anti-frustration feature. Now this sub-boss, the Null Squad, is actually quite annoying. Remember that little thing from R-Type, the first game, which would surround you and had different modules? Well, this is a reference to that. You need to get inside it or else it will suck you in and instantly kill you. So now you need to stay inside this thing while it fills the interior with all sorts of bullet hell and that kind of crap. See, we'll start spraying out these spirals of white bullets, which are quite annoying to dodge. It's claustrophobic. It's a pretty darn annoying sub-boss, unless you are fortunate enough to have a bomb charge saved up. I'll explain in a second here, because it starts spinning around quite fast and firing all sorts of bullets. Just dodge this, and then bomb as soon as it fires this massive laser. Because, you see, you only need to destroy the center to stop the whole thing. And if you do a bomb when the center is firing out a massive shots, you can destroy it quite easily. Now here's more of those crystals from Stage 2. Well, you've got to remember to have the right angle on hand, or else they'll fire instantly like that. So I gotta widen up my angle right here, in order to not be instantly killed by these things. And then there's also a lot of bullets to dodge. I don't know why I didn't use precision mode here. I probably would have been a good idea. I literally slowed the computer down. That's the awesome thing about this game. I'm not sure if it's because it's not well optimized or if it's just that awesome, but it does have quite a bit of slowdown, especially in some sections like that. And I really shouldn't have run into that. That was really pretty embarrassing. Fortunately, they do leave after a while if you don't manage to destroy them, which is pretty nice, I'd say. They always come in groups of 2s, which is less nice, just like back in Stage 2. The real problem with precision mode is oftentimes there's spots where you're obviously expected to use it, while high-speed targets or bullets are incoming from another direction, and that's really hard to do properly. Well, I definitely should have done that, or used precision there anyway. Now this isn't a void hole, this is actually something else. This is a dragon thing. You just want to keep it on one corner of the screen and destroy the boxes that show up next to it. Keep shining the light on it and stay away from it, as it does suck you in. You can tell where they are because you can always see their glowing eye things, even when they're completely hidden in the darkness, so you just need to keep shining the light on it until it eventually dies, or leaves, whatever. It takes some time, but you eventually destroy it, or make it run away. That wasn't so bad, right? Well, it's time for another void hole, warp thing, black hole, one of those things, whatever you call them. It's gotten a bit upgraded this time. This time you gotta fight it at the same time as a Jaws. So you just gotta keep moving and dodging the massive swarm of bullets at the same time. I bombed there again because that's the best way to take care of it. Or the best way I've found, because literally you need to use precision mode to dodge all those bullets while moving at the same time, and you really don't have time to do that because you're being chased. Now this section's a bit annoying because you gotta fight another one of these chomper things while being shot at from the background. It takes some pretty good leading to get the cluster crud out of the way. I know I'm not very good at this game, but a lot of these things seem very difficult to dodge. Thank God you have a lot of lives. Or you can have a lot of lives anyway. I'm actually playing this on New Game Plus, so I can change my angle at will, but I'm leaving it at the settings which would be on a first playthrough. You couldn't go above a certain level on this stage. Stage 4, the maximum angle you can get is yellow, I think. So I'm just leaving it on yellow for maximum for the most part, so I don't make the game easier than it normally is in the first playthrough. Now these two chompers are a real big pain in the butt, because not only do you have to counter both of their attacks at the same time, you've also got to take care of the hordes of bullets and missiles they shoot at you. And pray that you're able to kill them before you get offed. And now it's time for Stage 4's boss, one of the hardest bosses in the game, but fortunately also has quite possibly the best music. I was pleasantly surprised by this boss fight. It's quite interesting. It's a black hole of generators, and it fires out massive spirals of bullets. You pretty much have to use precision mode to dodge all these, because there's just so many of them. It also has quite a few other attacks, but the key thing here is you need to destroy the generators on the side. The black hole can't be damaged itself at all. The black hole also sucks you in, by the way. Fires out these massive storms of bullets, but you can grind quite easily against them, or push up against them in any way, to get masses of bombs pretty easily. And then during this attack, you just need to spin your angle around a couple times real quick, and then the hole will fire off this massive crud storm of these things, which you can either weave your way through using precision mode very, very carefully. That's not careful. Or you can just bomb to instantly get rid of a couple of the generators. This attack is quite possibly the most bullet dense in the game, and it's really what slaughtered me on my first playthrough. I got several game overs just for this boss because of that one attack, until I realized exactly how to dodge it using precision mode. There's very small gaps which are just big enough for you to fit through. It's really quite impressive. It's one of the best boss fights in the game. Anyway, now that you're down to 4 generators, the black hole will start following you around, and this is where the boss fight goes downhill real fast. Because you need to have precision mode pretty much to dodge the massive storms of bullets, but in precision mode you can't move fast enough to get away from the thing because it's chasing you around. So you're either pretty much guaranteed to die, or, be really good, which I'm not. So I lose a few lives here, but fortunately I have enough to finish the stage. If it didn't suck you in quite so hard, this boss fight would be a lot easier. The more generators you destroy, the less bullets it shoots though, but that's not a very good reprieve, considering it follows you around so close. And when you're closer to it, it's harder to dodge a storm of bullets. Yeah, it's still a storm, despite being somewhat close to you and stuff, whatever. I can't help but really looking forward to this boss fight, if only for the music. It's also a pretty interesting, clever puzzle boss. That attack doesn't get any weaker no matter how many generators you've destroyed. Fortunately, I was able to counter it. All the bullets get sucked back in the hole, but the lasers you shoot out can actually damage generators, so that's why I recommend bombing. Once you're down to just one, the fight goes from pretty difficult to terribly easy, as there's hardly any bullets coming at you at all. You can easily weave around them. And that's stage 4 done. It's a lot easier once you know what you're doing, but it's still probably the hardest level in the game, in my opinion anyway. It's got a pretty cool boss fight. Awesome music for both the stage and the boss, and it's one of my favorite levels in the game, despite, being hard and all that. This game is quite a lot of fun, despite being a bit of a pain at times, considering it's very hard to dodge some attacks. It requires you to be God, bullet, L, shooter, master, arrogant kung fu dude, person thing in order to dodge all those sometimes. Now here, because I got a ton of money, I level up Energy Charge. I don't have enough to level up Revenge again, so I decided to just level up Credit Catcher, so I can get even more money so I can level up Revenge again. Well, I get Credit Catcher up again. So, I hope you had enjoyed yourselves this time. This stage was a lot of fun to play and record. I see you all next time, and good night, everybody. This has been Mario Potter playing Archangel. I'm sure you're all great people. See you all next time.